Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and Apple Watch Ultra seems to be super popular these days. I see it more and more out in public and also on a lot of different YouTube channels, even if they're not tech related. And so I wanted to give you some Apple Watch tips you might not know to get more use out of your Apple Watch Ultra. The first thing is with the new Wayfinder watch face. This new watch face is specific to the Apple Watch Ultra and can be fully customized. But one thing you might not know is if you tap this ring, it gives you different information. So standard is just the clock. Tap the ring, it switches to degrees and elevation. So you can see the overall elevation there. As we rotate, it changes, and it's a great way to just switch back and forth. Also, you may or may not be familiar with the night mode. If you're on the Wayfinder watch face, rotate the digital crown up, and now you've got a night mode. So if we turn the lights off here, it makes it much easier on your eyes. If you're in the deep forest somewhere and it's very dark outside, this really helps. Not sort of emit a ton of light up your path, or whatever you're trying to do, it makes it easier on your eyes. So just rotate that and it switches really easily. Now, if we go into our settings, within settings, if we scroll down until we get to clock, under clock, if we scroll down again, you have the option for it to speak the time. If you turn this on and enable it and then turn it to always speak or control with silent mode, depending on which one you prefer, go back to your watch face, put 2 fingers down on the display, and it will speak the time. So we'll do that.
10:26 a.m.
So we'll do it again so you can hear.
10:26 a.m.
And that works every time on every watch face. It's really nice. Now, one of the other big things on the Apple Watch Ultra, of course, is the action button. The action button can fully be customized. Here I have it opening up my apps for workout, but you can customize it to not only open that, but many other things. If we go back into settings, then if we scroll down to action button, we can customize the action button. You'll see here it says action workout. So I currently have it set to workout like I showed you, but you can set it to a stopwatch, waypoint, backtrack, dive, flashlight, or even shortcuts. If you have it set to a shortcut, you can then have it customized based on a shortcut that you have set up on your Shortcuts app. So if you want it to open Shazam, it will do that. You can have it open maps and do all sorts of things based specifically on shortcuts that you have, which makes it a very powerful tool. However, if you don't want to use it for shortcuts and maybe you want it for a workout again, like I do, we can go down and then further customize it. So we have it set to the workout app. Tap on this, and that's really your only option. But below that, first press can either open a workout or start a workout. And then you'll see below, you can have it customize a workout specifically you want it to open if you just press it. So if you use maybe running often, press it and it will start a run. So it's really easy to customize and great, especially if you use a lot of shortcuts. Apple Watch Ultra has a much larger battery in it compared to that of the Series 8 Apple Watch or previous Apple Watches. And Apple says you can get up to 60 hours of battery life, but to do that, you'll need to enable a couple settings. And I wouldn't normally recommend this, but if you need to get that extra battery life out of it, swipe up in your control center, tap on your battery here, your percentage, and you can also access this in settings as well, and then turn on low power mode. Low power mode will save battery life, but turn off a lot of features as well. And it says it will turn off features such as background heart rate measurements, heart rate notifications, irregular rhythm notifications, blood oxygen measurements. And if you turn that on, you can either turn it on right now and just leave it, or turn it on for a specific amount of time, 1 day, 2 day, or 3 days. Additionally, if you don't want to enable that, you can save a little power when you go into your workout settings. So if we go back into our settings and then we scroll down to workout, under workout, scroll down a little bit more. Of course, you have low power mode, but you also have an option for fewer GPS and heart rate readings. If you want to save power and you're working out a lot, this will save a good amount of power, as it just won't read it constantly. It will check every so often. So maybe you're on a marathon or training for one, it won't check constantly and it will last a lot longer. So if you want to enable that and save some power, you can. If we go into our apps and then go to the Compass app, there's a new feature called Backtrack. And now, as you can see, we're in the Compass app, but if you use the digital crown and zoom out, you can actually see where you are in relation to the overall scale of what you're around. So as I zoom out, you'll see it says 660 feet from the center point to the outside edge, or the radius. If we tap on the backtrack option, it will now record our steps where we walk, and then we can zoom in and out, looking at the overall area we've traveled and sort of retrace those steps. So you can zoom in and out here, and that's something I actually didn't know as I was researching for this video. So zoom in and out, you can get your heading, Push up on the digital crown or scroll up and you get the overall view at a distance. If we power down the Apple Watch, press and hold the side button, and then we'll go into our options such as Siren and Medical ID and more. Press the little button to power it off, slide to power it off, wait for it to shut down. Once it's powered off, it's not really ever powered off. If you press the digital crown, wait a few seconds, it actually will give you the time. So it may take 2 or 3 seconds to show up, it shows the time, and then it shuts off, even though the watch is technically powered off. If we turn it back on, you can see it will power up. So press and hold the button, now it's powering back up. So if you want to check the time, you have very low battery left, shut it down, press the button on the side and you'll see the time. With the Apple Watch Ultra and also Apple Watch Series 8, Apple added the ability for it to monitor your temperature. However, it will not give you an exact temperature, but you can see what the baseline temperature is and what the variances are based off what you're using it for. So if you're using this for sleep, and then you go onto your iPhone, go over to your Health app. Within the Health app, search for temperature and you'll see wrist temperature. Under wrist temperature, after you've used it for 5 nights or more, you'll now see what your baseline temperature is and what it varies every day. So while you cannot check your regular temperature, such as 98.6 Fahrenheit, you can check to see what it's measuring and what its change is. So you can't typically see the overall temperature. It doesn't give an accurate reading of that, but it will give you an accurate reading of its overall variance. So if you're using it for sleep, you'll see that. And it also says wrist temperature is a measurement related to your body temperature taken by Apple Watch while you're sleeping. Your data is shown as a change from baseline. So it's going to give you that information so you can get an idea of how it's changed over time. Maybe one day we'll be able to get an accurate reading of it, but that will at least show you what it was and how it's changed over time. Now, at the beginning of the video, you may have already seen this app here, Lumi in the middle, and this watch face. And a lot of people ask me, what is this watch face? If we press and hold, you'll see here, it's Infograph Modular. If we edit, you'll see it shows the background here, of course, and the different colors I've chosen, and we have the complications. The middle complication is called Lumi. It's an app that shows countdown to golden hour, sunrise and sunset, or the best time to take photos. So it's telling me that information. Of course, I can customize that if I want to, but that's what's in the middle. Of course, just the calendar in the upper right, messages on the left, and then the outside temperature, compass in the middle, and music in the bottom right. So a lot of people ask me, what is this watch face? And that's all it is. It's modular. You can use it, completely customize it how you want, and Wayfinder is the stock one that's only available on Apple Watch Ultra. And so that's everything as far as tips that you didn't know. Let me know if you knew every one of those or if there was anything new you learned from this. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.